studio today with Las Vegas Little Theater, Walter Niadlik and TJ Larson, and we're talking about the Fringe Festival that's happening right now over at the Las Vegas Little Theater. And just wanted to say real quick, if you wanted to hop on Facebook and plug in the search Curtain Call with Eric Ball, you can send us a message right now, ask a question about the Fringe Festival. You can call us here live at the studio at 221-7283. Again, 221-7283. They brought with them 5 pairs of tickets to the Fringe Festival that KSHP is going to be giving away throughout the course of the week. So if you're tuning into the shopping show throughout the course of the week, you probably are going to get lucky and land yourself a couple tickets that you can go and see what this is all about for yourself. But the Fringe Festival is happening right now. It's going until next week. Does it end? Now I was confused. Does it end next Sunday?
The festival itself ends next Sunday, but then there'll be
the Best of Fringe.
The Best of Fringe, which is the 2 shows that our judges select as the best of the festival.
Awesome.
And they'll play 2 additional performances each the following weekend on Friday and Saturday.
And that's awesome. Best of Fringe rocks, but you're going to want to go and also see the shows individually. We have a veritable cornucopia.
The duck is falling from the ceiling. Tickets are $12 for a show, but you can buy an entire pass for every show for $90. Is that correct? So $2 savings off of every show, which is a great deal, especially considering your other alternatives in this town, which are extremely expensive. So
yeah, and I'd like to mention that the festival pass works like a flex pass. So we give you 9 blank tickets. You turn them in for a ticket to whatever you want to see. So let's say you wanted to bring your sweetie down and spend 2 of those tickets on one show, or if you enjoyed one particular show so much you wanted to see it again
and again.
Oh wow!
And again.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's great.
I didn't realize it worked like that.
Well, and we were talking about, Carrie Ann's been to a couple of the shows already, and she was talking about how great the shows were, but also is the audience and the vibe of the audience once the show is over. I mean, what is different about like the vibe of the audience versus just any night at the theater? I mean,
well, I always enjoy listening to the audience in the lobby at intermission or after the show, but you also have so many people that are theater people from different groups that may not necessarily have worked with each other, as you're saying, and it's really great to hear all the lively discussions of the shows and upcoming projects, and it's just a really great energy going on down in the lobby.
I love community theater because it's all about people who want to do theater. You know, I mean, sometimes you get a stipend here or there or whatever.
Really?
I like to call it gas money.
Yeah.
Gas money. Yep.
But for the most part, people do theater because they love to do it. They love to create. They love to work as an ensemble. And they in new works artists, they love to put their voice or their commentary out there for the community to react to. And like you said, these are going to be some of them bite-sized snack portions, and some of them, meal portions of new works. And that's up. Maybe it's not your cup of tea, some of it, but most of them at least will shine a new light on stuff that you haven't seen before.
Think.
Yeah, and which I think anytime you can expand your mind creatively, good. Anytime you can, throw yourself out there creatively, create something creatively. I mean, that's what it's all about. And so this is like a coming together of many theater companies and their projects and putting them in one location at one time. And that's bloody fantastic.
Well, and that was one of the things. I'm sorry.
No,
that was one of
TJ.
the things that Walter and I wanted to stress from the very beginning 3 years ago. Was the community theater in Las Vegas, I think, has grown by leaps and bounds in the last few years. But we really wanted to try to breed an environment where everybody could come together and commingle, mix the sauces a little bit, network if they can, things like that. So I think that's one of the atmospheric pluses of the festival itself.
And that's the reason we're on the air. I mean, the three of us that we're doing this, we want to bring focus, more support.
More support.
No, I'm doing it just for me. I like to hear myself talk.
No, but support local theater. Get out there and see these shows. I mean, you can go see a movie, but with the red box now, just wait for it to come out in red box and just go out and get a movie.
It's so different. The experience of live theater is so different from seeing a movie. You get sucked right in. You become part of it. I was telling you, there's a character in Roles for Women that as soon as she came on stage, brought me anxiety. She was so just dynamic and nervous, and her character was so focused. I really did. My heart started pounding, and it didn't stop until I took my focus off of her and onto another character, and it was a good thing.
Absolutely.
Yep. Well, and that's the whole idea, if you ask me. That it's compelling. I mean, these works. I mean, you can go and watch, and when you leave the theater, my favorite part of the show is afterwards when you walk into the car. And then you sit in the car and drive home, and it's talking about how it made an impression on you, or what it did for you.
And sadly, that's the thing the writers never see. I've written a few things myself, and you never really get to hear. You'll always hear, "Oh, that was great," and then it's the discussion afterwards. And that was one of the things I was going to mention. The production of Oleana that I was able to do in the studio theater, which the studio and the black box are fantastic for what Carrie Ann was talking about, because you are so close to the performance.
Well, that's reason enough to go alone. If you haven't seen a show in a black box or studio theater, I mean, talk about theater. That's like, it's right. It's like you're watching it come. It's right there, right? It's
in 4D because you can smell the sweat on you.
Nice.
But that was something that I was fortunate enough to be part of, is that there was that discussion, and Oleana is known for that specifically because of the structure of the story. But that was so much fun just to listen to the people coming out afterwards, and there was little group discussions and people saying how much they hated me or hated Brianne Genet, who was the other actor in the show. It
was great to hear how much they hated her.
But the character. Yes, and that's something that especially with local authors and their works, it's something that I'm guessing that they get an opportunity to actually witness, because normally the writer is not there all the time when a show is performed.
Well, and the fact that they're being judged alone. I mean,
sure.
Judged, but you know what I'm saying.
I judge harshly.
But the idea is I think is for adjudication of any kind. Some sort of recognition that their work is valid. I think any opportunity to put in front of an audience is validation, though.
Absolutely.
And this is.
But this is just one aspect of what LVLT does, because you also do the New Works Festival.
Absolutely.
And the New Works Festival is another fantastic opportunity for local
When
playwrights.
is that? When does that happen?
It actually just wrapped up. We present that in early May most years. Sometimes creeps into April if the schedule aligns that way. But the New Works competition begins in September. We take in the new works all through the rest of the year. As soon as January turns over, we start sorting through them, and we pick a winner sometime in February.
And that's where Spearmented came from.
Right.
Oh.
Excellent. Now, throughout the course of the year, otherwise they have a variety of shows that they have flesh out in a normal season. How many shows do you do? You do a musical in the summer, and then throughout the course of the year, how many is our main?
We do 6 on our main stage and 5 in the black box. And then studio is as people have projects.
It's a veritable cornucopia.
Wow.
Every time you say that word, I think of Hunger Games and violence.
Nice.
Now this season's shows are all comedies?
No, actually, the season we just wrapped up, we did an all-comedy season.
Okay.
We had gotten a lot of requests from our patrons. They said there was enough bad news in the world, and they wanted to see only comedies, so we took them at their word. But
when did that season end? Because
our season runs September to May.
Okay, that's why.
That's great. So we got lots to look forward to. I mean, this summer I know you're doing Great American Trailer Park, the musical.
Yes,
that sounds awesome.
Yeah,
it's a great.
It's a lot of
great
fun.
Cast.
That's an underappreciated musical. It's hilarious.
It's a very musically challenging for the singers, because it's a lot of singing and there's a lot of tight harmonies.
Yes, and we
the
really
cast
have
that's
a
in there
great
is great.
cast.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. Well, now let's mention some of these shows that are in the this Fringe Festival that's happening right now. Chaos Theater is presenting Soul. Endless Productions presents Expanding the Relative Pondering Einstein. Las Vegas Little Theater is doing The Open Meeting. Old English Productions. Help me out, Carrie Ann.
Oh, more? I know it's sitting here in front of me. I'm just looking at as you read them.
Iphigenia in Orem.
I can't say this.
Oh, we have Dick Johnson Private Eye coming up. And yeah, Iphigenia. Is that how you say it?
Iphigenia.
Iphigenia in Orem, which I am really looking forward to, as my family is all in Orem. It's going to be really cool.
They're in the play?
No, they're in Orem, Utah.
Oh, of course.
Eric, my family's all in the play.
Oh, that's
see
great.
It.
I certainly hope not, if anybody knows the play.
Oh, no.
It's a little bit darker.
Well, we've also mentioned Erica Griffin's Roles for Women. And then there's a couple
yeah, the Fringe shorts. I got to see those today. 3 different shows. There was Kissing Hank's Butt. Maranatha?
Maranatha.
Maranatha, I was so close. And then the third was Nutshells. Super cute.
Also by local playwright Brandon Oliver Jones.
Okay, I didn't know that. That one had a twist to it. Super twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
not that you wouldn't, but I'm glad that they. I saw a rehearsal and it seemed like they were sort of skirting the edges of giving it away a little early.
Oh no, I audibly said "oh" during the show.
And he won the New Works a couple of years ago with Mom. When Mom died
1
on
year
Saturn.
ago, yes. When Mom Died on Saturn was his play.
That's awesome. If you're just now tuning in, we are with T.J. Larson and Walter Niadlik, gosh, and it's not in front of me. She took it. And they're with Las Vegas Little Theater. They have the Fringe Festival going. It's happening right now. I highly recommend you head over to their website, www.lvlt.org. You can take a look at the entire listing of shows that are being presented. They were talking about how you can buy a single ticket for any of the individual shows. If you look at the description, you go, oh, that sounds interesting. Let's do that. Or if you want to just get basically a festival pass, which kind of acts as a kind of a choose-your-own-adventure of passes. If you go and see one show and you're like, that was awesome, I need to bring so-and-so back to see this one, you can use that all-festival pass to go see the show again, or you can check out every single show that the Las Vegas Little Theater has to offer in their space down there. And it's a great space. It's a very welcoming environment, and it's a very unique opportunity to intermingle with not only patrons of the arts, but people who are involved in the fine arts in this community as well. People who this is a coming together of people who love theater. And I think that is probably should be the true celebration of this festival, is not only the amazing works that are being presented by local artists and some original works as well, but just a coming together of the lover of the fine arts.
It's like Facebook in real life.
It is. It's like
what?
Wait.
You can socialize outside of the web.
I like your statement.
You can interact. That would be actually kind of fun.
I'd like to share that.
That'd be kind of fun if we could get those little tiny, like they have in the Dr. Phil show, and the audience members press A, B, or C. I watch Dr. Phil. Yes.
Well, we are actually on Facebook, aren't we, Eric?
We are.
Where they could go to Facebook and go to Curtain Call's page. They're probably texting you right now.
I'll take a look.
Yeah. But like us on Facebook, and obviously, I'm sure Curtain Call likes LVLT, so you can. He's liking it right now.
No, I'm just saying. My mom says hi. What the heck? And Ginny Adams says hi.
Fantastic.
But here's the thing. Yeah, you can leave us messages. You can ask questions. And even after the show is over, if you want to leave a message or have a question with regards to any of the shows, or if you're just interested in getting tickets or anything like that, leave a message. We'll make sure that they get it over at Las Vegas Little Theater, and we'll get you all set up. Anyways, so let's get back to talking about the Fringe Festival itself. Let's reiterate again. What's the atmosphere, and what should patrons expect when they go down to Las Vegas Little Theater to take in one of these shows? I mean, how should they approach doing this? Should they look at the list and see which one they want to do first, or should they just go and buy a flex pass and just kind of do their thing? Or
I guess that depends on whether you like to kind of fly by the seat of your pants and you're open for anything. Because if you just show up when the day starts, your shows are going off every hour or hour and a half. So.
There's a brief description, though, of each show. So, yes. I mean, that was very helpful for me to know what I was getting into.
Yeah, or you can go to our website, and the entire schedule and all the descriptions are there, and you can kind of map out your journey through the Fringe that way.
Awesome. That's and you know, any way you do it, it's gonna be worth your time. I mean, if you've never seen a show at the Las Vegas Little Theater alone, it's one of the theater companies in towns that I would argue that really takes great pride in making sure that theater's done right. There's a transitional city Las Vegas is, you know, 'cause every now and then we see a casino blowing up and we're like, whoa, dust. But you know, that kind of happens every now and then with the theater company in town too, and it's just like. But I would argue that LVLT does it right, and it's definitely worth your time.